What is going on, guys? I am the FDGURU, bringing to you guys an NFL Week 1 YouTube video. As I do with all of my NFL videos, I will be doing a big Guru credit code for you guys. Just drop a like. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm kind of doing a makeshift environment here. I'm at my mom's place in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. My new apartment ran into some plumbing issues, so not able to move in until next week. Therefore, haven't been making MLB videos. Don't have my office microphone. Kind of just working off of my my Mac microphone right now, and making things work. Had to put out an NFL video for Sunday. So, if you guys are new to this, I make NFL videos for the main slate every week. Talking about the main slate games, I do one position using FanDuel salaries that I like, and hopefully these plays can help you out. Couldn't be more excited for this season to get going. What I noticed that FanDuel hasn't done in the last few years, they added the Sunday night football game in on the main slate. I haven't looked at DraftKings yet. They usually don't. Hopefully, it's just a week 1 thing. I really hope they don't carry this out throughout the season, because I do not like the Sunday night football game being part of the main slate. I hate waiting that extra 4 hours. It's so much better for the main slate to be over after the late afternoon games. So we'll have to see. But for week 1, we're going to have to deal with it, because that Rams and Lions game has the highest over-under on the slate at 50.5. A lot of the over-unders are very similar. There's not a lot of huge spreads. A lot of the spreads are around 3 to 4 points. There's a 2.5 in there. 7.5 point favorites for the Bengals at home. So a lot of the games look pretty similar. A lot of high 40s over-unders. We do have some low ones at 40, 41. But nothing really sticks out. But that Lions and Rams game being at 50.5 is the highest over-under on this slate. So we're going to have to, get some exposure to it. I was really hoping it wouldn't be, but beggars can't be choosers. I did have my giveaway conclude today. I picked the winner to that, but early bird deals are still going to be available. We got Thursday night football, we got Friday night football in Brazil between the Eagles and Packers, and then plenty of stuff on Sunday. So message me to get in. Once we start up the season, the early bird deals will be done. So take advantage of that. It's a huge deal. And I'll give you guys that Guru credit code after the first couple of my plays. But for quarterback, obviously Josh Allen looks great. He's my pick for MVP this year on the Bills. He did lose Stephon Diggs. He has a bunch of, wide receiver 3s, in my opinion. Maybe their rookie. Forgot his name. I'm in baseball mode still. I'm going to have to really dive in and look at these guys. But Keon Coleman could be a breakout guy as a rookie this year, falling right into the number 1 spot for the Bills, because they lost Gabe Davis too. So if I'm not mistaken, Gabe Davis went to the Jaguars. Yep. So no Diggs, no Gabe Davis. We'll talk about how that's going to affect these receivers in my plays later on in this video. But Allen might be, relying on the feet a little bit more, maybe some more rushing. He does have less targets this year. But if you want to spend up on Josh Allen, great matchup against the Cardinals, go for it. I'm excited to see what Anthony Richardson's going to do. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. He's a guy in his, small sample size last year was, a huge deal for the Colts. I do think he could have a big game against the Texans on week 1. But my pick here is Jared Goff at 7,500. As much as I said I hate that there's a Sunday night football game a part of this slate, we are going to have to deal with it. It's one of the better games to target. Goff at only 7,500 looks great. The Lions, going to be one of the best teams in the NFC this year. So I really like the Lions here. They look like they could put up the most points on any given slate, week in and week out. He has 2 of the best targets in the NFL, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta. Laporta could make a case for being the best tight end in the NFL this year. Travis Kelce is getting a bit older. He has climbed the ranks very, very quickly. So I do like Goff at 7,500. He does, stay a little bit limited because he's not much of a rushing quarterback. He's got to do most of his damage through the air. But I do think it's a great environment for him at home in the Dome against the Rams. Like I said, 50.5 over-under, highest over-under on this slate. They are 3.5-point favorites. So the Lions and Jared Goff look good. For value, I do think at 7,500, Jared Goff looks like a great play at quarterback. And as I always do, for my memberships, I do 3 lineups for FanDuel: cash, GPP, hybrid. So I'm going to probably pick 3 different quarterbacks just because there's so many games, so many good spots. But Jared Goff will be getting exposed through my content one way or the other. And, if you guys are, most of you guys are prior Guru guys, so you know what I do, but all you newbies out there, I do a main slate lineup. I do a 1 p.m. only lineup for all the 1 p.m. games. So for this week, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 early games. We have 4 4 o'clock games. I do an afternoon only slate as well on my website. So throughout these games, I do 3 different slates for the full roster: main, early only, afternoon only, and then the other 3 lineups are single game lineups. I do Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. So 6 lineups in a week. So there's plenty of different ways we can, get our exposure to players. I like Goff at quarterback. For running back, there was a couple of different guys catching my eye. I don't really think we need to spend up. Bijan Robinson should have a huge workload this year, but I would like to see some things develop before I'm paying $8,800 for Bijan. Jonathan Taylor, good matchup. Jahmyr Gibbs could have a massive, massive season, but I like, saving a little bit of money here. I was looking at Joe Mixon in a good matchup against the Colts on his new team with the Texans, but my favorite guy as of right now is Alvin Kamara at only 7,100. I actually think Kamara could score the most fantasy points over any running back this week. Is it likely? No, but he has a chance, and the fact that he is, the 10th most expensive player on this slate makes him a great value. I mean, the matchup couldn't be any better. He's at home against the Panthers. The Saints are... Let's check this out real quick. The Saints are -4, so they're favorites at home against the Panthers. Kamara, we all know what kind of running back he is in fantasy. He's one of the best. He can receive, he can run. He's, a top option in the red zone. Now, Taysom Hill could always, vulture some touchdowns away from him, but it's not enough to scare me off. 7,100 is a great price for Kamara. Like I said, he has a chance of being the highest scoring running back on Sunday. And if you can get that chance at a $7,100 price tag, he's a great value play in my book. I like Kamara. Again, we have 13 games on this main slate. There's other options you could look at, but that's where you get my content on Sunday. This is just picking one guy that catches my eye at each position. I'm not saying, any of these guys are must plays, but they do look really good using FanDuel salaries and, what their value looks like for Week 1 Sunday. Before I get into my wide receiver, tight end, and defense plays, we're going to go over to my website. Big Guru credit code for you guys. Again, just like this video. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm doing a 25 Guru credit code here for the opening week here in NFL. Couldn't be more excited. Go to my shop page. You have to be signed into an account if you don't have an account. It doesn't take long. You just got to confirm your email address. You get some bonus credits for signing up. No credit card required to make an account. So there's no reason not to make an account. Go to the shop page. This is where you buy all your credits. For example, on Sunday, if you want to get NFL content or even the single game content on Thursday and Friday this week, go to the NFL page. You can buy whatever membership you want, season, monthly, weekly. You can get individual slates, main slate, 1 p.m. only slate, 4 p.m. only slate. How do you get these slates? you spend your Guru credits. These credits are a universal currency for my website. It tells you how much each lineup is. For example, the main slate, 17 Guru credits. Your Guru credit balance is displayed when you're signed in. But go to the shop page, you're going to get 25 Guru credits, which can get you, at least one, maybe two lineups. We're going to do all caps as always, week 1 NFL, and then 24 for the year. Once I make so many different codes, they don't, I can't reuse codes, so I'm going to start adding in like the year at the end so we can really differentiate ourselves. Week 1, NFL 24, all caps on the letters, and then 1 and 24, obviously. Apply coupon, and it will say coupon successfully applied, and you will get 25 credits automatically reloaded into your balance after the first couple of seconds. You will see the page reload itself. Again, just like this video. That's all I ask. I'm going to do plenty of giveaways. I like doing these free videos for you guys, trying to gain as much traction as possible. And again, if you want to take advantage of my NFL early bird deals, definitely do so. Message me on Twitter. One last thing, too. I have a new promo code with Chalk Board. I know a lot of you guys know what Prize Picks are, Underdog, Sleeper. Chalk Board's a newer app. And if you use code FDGURU, all caps, you'll get a double first deposit. And what I'm doing, and you can message me about this too, I am giving you $10 cash to sign up. So if you want to put $10 in, I will pay you on Venmo or Cash App just to trigger my promotion. And I do that with Underdog, I do it with Sleeper, and now Chalkboard. So if you want to sign up on any of those, I give you $10 cash per first deposit. So definitely take advantage of that as well. For wide receiver, I like getting cheap here. We're going to go with the rookie, Marvin Harrison Jr. against the Bills. Cardinals are underdogs in this game, so they're probably going to be down. They're going to need to throw the ball. I do like Marvin Harrison here because, as we know, they lost Hollywood Brown, who's actually going to start the year on the IL, but they lost Hollywood Brown, their number one option. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins is 2 years removed now on the Titans. They don't really have anyone. They have a bunch of wide receiver. They have a very similar wide receiver core as the Bills. Their matchup here: Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Zay Jones. I mean, it's just a bunch of. Or sorry, I'm reading the Bills. But for Arizona, they have Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson. Just guys that aren't really going to really be their number one. So I think Marvin Harrison's going to step right into a number one role. Their emergent tight end, Trey McBride, was an absolute stud this year. I don't mind Trey McBride, but dollar for dollar, Marvin Harrison, $6,600. I think he's going to get active. I think he's one of the best value wide receivers on the board this week. Should have the best chance over any other rookie to really come in week 1 and make a huge impact. He's got the door wide open. He's got an above-average quarterback in Kyler Murray. I really like Marvin Harrison at $6,600. If he does what he's supposed to do, I do think by weeks 3, 4, 5, he's going to be a $7,500 to $8,000 player. So the potential is there. The Bills, not a great matchup, but I'm also not scared of the matchup either. The Bills have lost some guys in their secondary. I don't know if they're going to be quite as good as they have been over the last few years on defense. And like I said, the game script, they're 4-point dogs or 4.5-point dogs. So, they should be throwing the ball if they're going to be down in this game. I like Marvin Harrison a bunch here. Let me see. What's the line here? 6.5. So, they should be throwing the ball, especially in the second half. I like Marvin Harrison. I think he's one of the best sub $7,000 guys. Again, he is a rookie, so it's hard to trust, but I really like the potential spot he's going to be in for week 1. Tight end, I mentioned Trey McBride. My 2 favorite tight ends are really the top 3 guys. If you pick Goff and you have the extra money, Sam Laporta looks great. He is $8K, which is a ton. And then it's really the guys in this same game, in the Cardinals and Bills game, Dalton Kincaid and Trey McBride. I like Kincaid a little bit more because Stephon Diggs is out of town. Again, both teams do not have a lot of receivers. I was just talking about this with Marvin Harrison. There's not really a lot of receivers to depend upon here. There's no number one, there's no veteran, there's no guy you can really rely on. I think maybe Marvin Harrison out targets Trey McBride on the Cardinals. I think Dalton Kincaid on Sunday is going to get the most targets over any receiver for the Bills. Josh Allen loves him. He had a huge rookie year. We do have Dawson Knox. I always confuse their first names, but Dawson Knox, who's definitely the number 2. Dalton Kincaid could easily have the most targets by the end of the game on Sunday. So at 6,800, I love him. He's a major red zone threat. He should get, 50-plus receiving yards. I was looking at his receiving line earlier. It's right around 50 yards. I do think he gets over that. He looks great at 6,800. You save $1,200 compared to Sam Laporta. And then again, I think I'm going to get some exposure to Trey McBride as well at 6,400. He looks fantastic. Would I pick Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride on the same team? I don't know. Maybe in a game stack theory you could. I don't know if they get enough between the two of them. I wouldn't recommend picking McBride and Harrison. You could do it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't fully locked into NFL Sunday yet. But they all look great. This Cardinals and Bills game really catches my eye for a number of reasons. So I do like McBride a lot. And I do like Dalton Kincaid. And then the last play here, I just like the Falcons defense. I don't like to look at the defense too much, but 3,600 low over under. They're at home. Let's just go with the Falcons. There's other defenses you can look at, but the Falcons look good to me. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm excited for this year. Let's have a huge year. Punch in that GURU credit code. Like this video. And until week 2 NFL, I am the FD Guru. Peace.